What's good, you guys? Back with another YouTube video, and this week we're talking about the cash flow formula. I actually talked about this on my very first video, but it's a super important topic and it's like the basics behind a lot of what I do, so I thought it would be important to make it into a whole complete video of its own. So before we get into the actual formula, let's talk about why I use the formula at all and what role it plays into my building business and building passive income. Also, don't forget to follow my socials, you guys, on my Instagram and Twitter, Finesse God Fu. Totally forgot to say that in the video, but I'll stop interrupting now. So in order to understand that, you kind of have to go back to what my goal is with this whole page and what my goal is building business, or like what's my ultimate goal in all of this. And that is 100% freedom. More specifically, it's time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom. I want to be able to do whatever I want to do when I wake up. I want to be able to go wherever I want to go and be able to afford to actually go there. And I want to be able to have the money to live the life I want to live comfortably. So that's my biggest goal with all of the things that I'm doing. All right, that's the number one driving force behind it. And I remember when I started to build out these businesses and started to try to achieve this goal, I had to ask myself, what would it take for me to get there? And originally I thought it would be a whole bunch of money. But if I could just get $10,000, if I could just get $100,000, if I could just get $1 million, I'll be able to live like this and have my time freedom, location freedom, and financial freedom. But then I realized that I would always need more. I would always just need another 10,000 or another million, because that $1 million or 10,000 or whatever amount of money is always going to run out. I realized I needed passive income. I needed cash flow, and I knew that that was the answer to actually achieve what I wanted to achieve, and not just a one lump sum. So that's the reason why I came up with the cash flow formula, or even needed the cash flow formula, because I needed to create some sort of recurring income coming in to be able to actually let me live that life and achieve that freedom instead of a one-time thing. So let's get back to the formula. So how do you create this passive income? How do you create this cash flow? How do you get this thing to even work? And I think it's super simple. A lot of times things are overcomplicated, but it's a super simple formula. You take the bag, you combine that with the play, and then you take massive action. That is it. 3-step process. You get a bag, you want to play, and you take action. It ain't gotta be no more complicated than that. But let's actually break that down. So let's talk about the bag. So the bag is any lump sum of money that you can use to help create your cash flow. It can be credit, it can be business credit, it can be grants, it can be money that you hustled up yourself, it can be money that your grandma, aunties, cousins gave you as a birthday gift. Any lump sum of money that can help you to start building cash flow. And I can give y'all a real world example. For me, with my car rentals, the lump sum of money was actually the loan from the bank to be able to buy the Tesla. That was which gave me the bag, so to speak, to be able to run and start creating cash flow. So that's the bag. Then there's the play. So remember, the goal of this whole thing is to create passive income. So we need to be able to take that money, the bag, the startup funds, and turn that into cash flow, right? So how do we do that? We run the play. So it's some way that we can put that money to work, because if our money's working, then we don't have to. So the play for me was car rentals. So I took the bag, I acquired a vehicle, a Tesla Model 3. And I took that Tesla Model 3 and I started to run the play, which was to list it on Turo, to do my own private rentals, and I started renting out that car. Back again, just wanted to say that renting out cars is only one possible play. There are so many. You could do real estate, you could do 18-wheelers, you could do vending machine. The list goes on and on and on. So don't feel like this is the only play. And then that's what created cash flow. So the action is the act of you actually doing it, which is the last step. You gotta take massive, consistent action. None of this other stuff even matters. The bag, the play, none of the things I'm talking about matters without action. Get your blueprint together by getting the bag or figuring out a way that you wanna get the bag, figuring out the play you wanna run, and then you gotta take massive action. And that's all it takes. So it's pretty simple, you know what I'm saying? The cash flow formula is very, very simple. It's the bag plus running the play plus taking action, and it's the basics behind everything I do. Every time I think about creating a new business or a new stream of income, it boils back down to that cash flow formula. How can I create more passive cash flow for myself? How can I create more passive income? And I use that cash flow formula. I said, okay, I need to acquire some sort of bag. I need to take that bag and I need to want to play with that bag. And then once I want to play with that bag, then I need to take massive action. And then I can start to automate these processes and make the income actually passive. So if you're feeling like you're confused and you don't know exactly how you want to build your passive income, then apply the cash flow formula. I'm not going to take credit as like I created this formula or anything like that. I've comprised it from a bunch of different studying and reading different courses, reading different books, a whole bunch of stuff. So this is the conglomeration of a bunch of different studying I've been doing over the last few years, but it's 100% the basis and the foundation of all my businesses, and it's the cash flow formula. I create businesses and streams of income in order to create passive income, in order to live a life of freedom, have freedom and choice in my life. So if you want the same things, stick to the cash flow formula, get the bag, run the play, take massive action, and build your passive income today. Appreciate y'all for staying tuned. Don't forget to like this video, share with your friends and family, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, peace, love, and Nigeria.